sake!
Welcome YouTube and Facebook users to For Cook's Sake, the new show that is going to drive a wedge between you and your microwave for good. I'm Steve, this is Sam, and between us we are going to show the millions of potential viewers that expense need not be an issue, that time need not be an issue, and the only thing that's standing between you and a nutritious, fulfilled diet is your own bone idle lifestyle. Okay, let's get started on a traditional Sunday roast. We're keeping it simple to begin with.
Right, we've got our roast beef, right, which we're going to cook. We've got the potatoes for roasties, and we're using leek, green beans and carrots today.
Very standard and simple.
Yeah, very standard, very simple.
Well, that's enough of Sammy's baby carrot. Let's have a look at an often overlooked aspect of the preparation.
It's also very important to point out for the students of society that nobody wants a long
ginger hair.
Nobody wants ginger.
Well, any kind of hair, I would think, floating around in their soup. Also, anybody with a tendency to wear a lot of expensive jewellery, like myself, this also needs to be removed. You don't want to be getting food in between the crevices, of course. And most importantly, is the washing of hands. Hygiene, again, extremely important. Hot tap, of course, it comes out like molten lava, like this one does. Introduce a bit of cold, quick wash of the hands before everything you do. In between, during cooking, keep your hands as clean as possible. And use soap.
So remember, 3 simple steps to good hygiene in the kitchen. Step 1. Remove all rings, bracelets or any other vanity-driven obscenities. Step 2. Restrict long hair in a plait ponytail, hairnet or plastic bag over the head. Step 3. Remove any disgusting filth from the hands.
Joint your beef.
Grindy salt.
Sea salt.
Always preferable. Sea salt is always preferable to the table salts and other easier alternatives. Bit of wrist action, never hurt anybody.
Nope, not me anyway.
20 years used to it.
And a bit of pepper.
I think people sometimes overcomplicate the seasoning of meat.
Yeah, I like plenty of salt and pepper on.
Adding too many herbs and things like that.
Yeah.
That basically is ready to go. Right, that gets whacked in oven.
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
So we have two methods of cooking the beef.
Yeah, one's cooking in juice and one's cooking on a rack out of the juice. But the juice from that will drop into it.
So either way you're going to get moisture.
Oh, and we like moist. It's just the cat. She loves the word moist. Favourite word ever.
That one was
Right.
for cat thorn.
Yeah. And basically, that's it. We just whack that in the oven.
Medium-high temperature.
I don't think we need to tell these people how important an already hot oven is. Especially if you're after speed and things.
Leave that for 45 minutes.
Sure, you can find something to do in 45 minutes, and we're now going to show you.
It's crucial to use only the freshest and best produce in terms of vegetables for your Sunday roast. Using vile, revolting produce like the pictures shown here will not only damage your dignity and credibility, and indeed your meal, but piss off your entire table full of guests. Beware.
Simple method. Peeling potatoes. Doesn't matter about the size, they don't all have to be exactly the same size. like some people think.
Do you know a lot of people find that this is another thing? If you, I was talking about time and people can't be bothered because of time, but in fact, my mother used to do this whilst watching the football in front of the TV. Bowl and a newspaper in front of her and peel potatoes whilst watching the football. So, you know, multitasking.
Yeah.
Ah, you discard half of it, do you, if it's got the holes in it?
Yeah,
the eyes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I've been wasting all my time putting the point of the knife in, trying to delve them out.
Yeah. Potatoes are peeled and salted water. Boil for about 6 minutes.
And then we'll just show you a little technique so you know they're ready.
Yeah, 2 important things about this. Always put a cloth underneath your chopping board that's slightly damp so it doesn't move anywhere. That's a tip for you.
That's very that's very housewife, that.
Yeah.
I'm going to send that into Bella.
Who? Who the hell's Bella?
Doesn't matter. Hey, it's a
You
magazine.
have to explain now.
It's a magazine.
It's a magazine.
Yeah, they
What kind
ring
of
it on
magazine?
doctors' tables and stuff. And
Oh, alright. Yeah, I don't go to doctors. Right. Anyway, we're doing a leek on the board.
we're having a leak.
Yeah, we're chopping up in how big do you want your chunk to leak?
Well,
do you want a big leek or a little leek?
it's usually a big one with me.
Eh? That's because you're a pisser. You drink a lot.
I reckon big chunks for this.
About there?
Yeah.
Right. So there we go. Just cutting away from yourself.
It is entirely up to you how you the size of your chunks.
Yeah. Or what veg you actually want to use.
Little do people know that having a leek on your roast adds a subtle and new flavour to the dish.
And just cut the end off as well, by the way, and give it a quick wash. I've already washed it, so what's the name of that? I forgot. Right, and now we're doing green beans. Right. Again, simple factors. Big knife. Always use a big knife when you cut, so you don't have to put as much pressure on. You've got more control over it then, so you don't chop your finger off like some more runs have already done. Right, and that's it. They're ready. Now for the carrots. They go in the pan.
Adds a bit of colour to the plate as well. The carrot is essential for any roast.
Yeah, we've got 2 kinds of carrots here. We've got a normal shop bought carrot that you'd see every day in supermarkets, and then we've got our baby carrots.
What you are forgetting is organic though, that carrot.
Oh yeah, organic. Yeah. This
Does
is
anyone
fun
know what that
peeling one of
means?
these. I don't suppose you really need to get these perfect, but
Quick little fact about the carrot, you know, the carrot was initially grew as a medicine, not as a food.
Apart from its role as a fallacy, according to tradition, Santa's reindeer will eat 360 different plants, but not carrots. So, kids, you're wasting your time.
To your carrots. Give me something proper.
so
What was that little nick you did in the end, Sam?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I do that purely like you do with sprouts. Yeah, because it's a lot thicker at one end than it is at the other. So it just when we're steaming our carrots, so I just put a little cross in, just so it cooks.
It's nothing religious, that.
A bit quicker. No. And once again, just both ends off the carrot.
Do you mind the fingers?
Do you mind the fingers? Peeling our carrots, we're just going to cut them a slightly different way. Chop them in half. And we're making these longer.
Ah, they're being cut into battens. That's what they are, isn't it?
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, that's what they're called, battens.
Right.
Batons, B-A-T-O-N-S.
Jesus, getting a spelling lesson as well. Is that for the students?
This whole thing is for students. Also recommended to make your cooking experience less of a chore and so less regimental. Is play a bit of music in the background, or perhaps have a drink or several during, in order to make your experience a little bit more leisurely.
a bit of gravy, right? Bit of Bisto. This is what we do anyway. Bit of Bisto. Your oxo cube. That's all done.
There's a method behind that, you know.
What, squashing them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried them, but this table's dodgy. It's a bit.
No, it's something to do with the packet or something. It all comes out when you just.
Yeah, like that.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've spent trying to mash it together in my hands.
Yeah. And just pour it in. Just pour it in. And then get one of these. What do they call these?
Stock cubes.
Stock cubes. That's it.
It's got to be a fork.
Fork. It's one of them. And what we need to do with this is make it thick. Right? There is a reason behind making it thick. So, pour your boiling water in. Keep stirring it for about, I don't know, about a minute or so. Right?
That's 60 seconds.
Yeah. You could do, aren't you? And sit. Right? As you can see, it's very thick. It is a bit lumpy, but that'll go. Yeah. When it's ready, the beef, the juices out of it, go back in there. Thin it out a bit more taste.
Although using Bisto and stock cubes could be construed as cheating, the addition of the meat juices ensure maximum flavour and that nothing is wasted. Meat juice.
If you want as well, salt and pepper.
I never stop seasoning things, mate. I'm always like, I can't help myself, you know.
A bit more flavour. Yeah, so that's done, dusted.
Let's look at our big plate to see where we're up to. Currently sweating out its juices in the oven is our prime, hulking, luscious cut of beef. The medicinal reindeer-repelling carrots cut into batons. Topped and tail green string beans, and we finish the plate with a steaming leek. And gravy on the side lying in wait. But now let's get on to the carbohydrates.
Once they're done, we're draining them in colander. I'm just going to season them with a bit of salt and pepper. Stephen's going to...
Oh, you're not giving me much room for shit. Look at that. This fluffs them, doesn't it?
Eh?
This fluffs them.
No.
Well, I was told that you did this in the colander and it makes them fluffy and it gives them the right. Oh, it's not very nice, is it?
So what's the point of fluffing, Steve?
The fluffing is to get the correct texture from the potato itself.
Come on.
Or
It doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm just trying to.
Right. If you whack them in there, right, be careful, it's hot.
Do we have a utensil I can drop them in with? It's a bit more sort of risk-free.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just drop them all in like that.
We'll just drop them in like that. Stop being a girl about it.
The parboiled spuds are dropped into hot goose fat, seasoned and roasted in the oven. Repeated bastings of the potatoes ensures a crisp finish.
Variety of sizes.
Variety of sizes, yeah. I put plenty of salt and pepper on because I like them a bit tasty. Potatoes can be quite bland.
Potatoes are all about the cells are all about the texture. It's what you do to them. It's what you do to them that creates the taste.
Yeah, and now we're just going to throw a bit more fat all over them. And these are going to go in the oven for 20 minutes, and then we'll turn them off. I usually turn them after 20 minutes, and then take the meat out, and then cook them for another 20 minutes with the Yorkshire puddings.
We at For Cook's Sake are in no way prejudiced or indeed ignorant, and realise the necessity of these cavernous delicacies from across the Pennines.
So I'm only making a bit because I've already got some prepared. So I've got 100 mils of plain flour. I'm beating in 2 eggs. While I'm mixing it. it should start going a bit lumpy.
Beat while you mix.
Yeah. And we'll start getting a bit of smoothness now.
Need any help, I can take over.
Hey?
I don't want you doing too much.
No, it's alright. You're doing it all next time. Right, now we've got that. We're going to add our milk. 100 ml, same as your flour. And we should start getting a nice smooth paste. We'll get good four decent Yorkshires out of this, I reckon.
Out of the batch you're making now.
Yeah. Normally I would do 200 mils of flour and 200 mils of milk and 4 eggs.
Yeah.
But I've only got 2 eggs left, so I've got to halve it.
What does a Yorkshire pudding add to a Sunday dinner? What's the significance of it? I always think it's somewhere just to chuck the gravy in. So
Yeah, I think it's instead of bread basically,
Yeah.
because a Yorkshire pudding traditionally in Yorkshire, Cat will tell you, is quite a stodgy thing.
Yeah.
But generally everywhere else they make it light and fluffy.
Like a sheep!
And this one could go either way.
Here's one he made earlier.
Come on, you. Everything's done now, everything's getting prepared. Veg is going on. We're steaming veg. So, pan of water and salty water. It doesn't.
That's where your table salt is useful.
Yes.
Table salt into the water and the saucepans is probably its best use.
Right, that's going to cook for half an hour. We need a lid. I don't think that's the right size lid, is it?
I'll tell you what, one thing that you don't notice is the amount of people I've seen that create that make Sunday roast, and they've got a separate pan for every veg. Just think to throw it all in together, it's so much quicker.
My gran used to do that. She had a stack all the way up.
Right, that is going to go in the fridge for about 10 minutes.
Not only that, you can obviously mix the flavours.
The Yorkshire mix. So.
Yeah, Yorkshire mix. That's that done. So we're done and dusted now, we're all ready to go.
We'll stress the importance of washing up as you go along in order to make the aftermath less unpleasant. It's important to continuously maintain a tidy work area throughout.
Before we incinerate the Yorkshire puddings, let's remind any idiots of the simplistic recipe.
Flour, eggs and milk.
See?
Flour,
Did you
eggs,
all get
milk,
that?
salt and pepper.
Okay, our roasts have been roasting now for 20 minutes. We are currently basting them with the juices that are left in the pan. They will take another 20 minutes to properly crisp up, but they're doing nicely. The beef also in a good condition. This is how it needs to look after 25-30 minutes of cooking.
Right, what I've done with these though, I've just turned the oven up. So these are going to now cook on a higher temperature.
Meanwhile, we also have our tray of oil in there for the Yorkshire puddings, getting as hot as possible. The hotter the better, so I never think that you've left it in there too long. Large tongs. Industrial sized tongs.
Yeah, large tongues are always more pleasurable.
Matron!
Right, and that'll drip nicely. So we've got a bit more stock there.
residue in there for the gravy.
Yeah.
So what that adds to the gravy cannot be described. That is essential for a decent tasting gravy.
Yeah.
Just to use a bit of the natural stuff.
We're into the final furlong and it's time to that's disgusting! Finalise the gravy.
Sorry. I do things on instinct, you see, so it's... Right. Can you see how thick this gravy is?
Yes, you see, I want a steady stream like that.
Yeah, that's thick. That's as thick as me, that.
You should never hear the sound of the gravy hitting the jug.
A bit more. Pour this all over the wet surface.
I was gonna say.
Filter it through.
Sometimes you've got to sacrifice your exterior.
As the meat rests and the spuds crisp, the heated oil is removed and ready for our puddings, which with the potatoes will be the final things to come out of the oven.
As you can see by the rippling effect on the oil, that is extremely warm.
Yeah, I had two of them. Right, so basically, let's pour your mixture in.
There's an immense satisfaction from a good Yorkshire pudding homemade. I think it's cool how crap a Yorkshire pudding looks when it goes in to how it looks when it comes out.
20 minutes.
So while we drive Sam to A&E, obviously people vary in their preferences how they like the veg. Some like it with a bit of a crunch, others like it, very soft. Use your potatoes as a dependent. If you like your veg soft, put the veg on after your first turn of the spuds. If you're you like it with a bit more of a bite. Is it the second turn?
Second turn, yeah.
After the second turn. Another way of doing the veg is obviously when it's finished, you can throw it around a little flavoured butter, salt, pepper, something like that.
The beef has been stood for about half an hour, 20 minutes. So as you can see, it's still pink. Not moist, pink.
So you go hand in hand.
Oh, that is extremely rude.
And it's still quite juicy.
That is quite a glorious colour.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the longer you leave it, the less pink it will be. I haven't got the best knives for carving. That'll do well. However you want it.
Child's trip to Disneyland, me watching this.
That is how I love my beef, just like that.
Me too.
But I mean, some people don't like it like that. So if you want it a bit more well done, this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut up some pieces.
See, this is good because this means you don't have to sacrifice the cooking of it. You can still cook it the way you want it.
That's still standing, so I can use the blood off this for the gravy.
You won't lose the flavour either by
No,
doing this, would you? That's the thing.
all I'm going to do is just drop that in there, and that's for somebody who doesn't like meat.
For those unfortunates that cannot accept the joy of pink meat like the rest of the guests, simply keep a piece aside and cook with the juice and a few granules to rescue the flavour.
This should, hopefully, still be a bit soggy in the middle.
It's exactly how they're meant to be. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you okay with them?
Perfect.
They are quite filling as well, done like this, aren't they?
They are.
Right, so we've got the Yorkshires ready, we've got the veg ready, we've got the beef ready. We're just waiting for the spuds. Yeah.
Time limits don't always apply to good cooking. If the potato's colour is upsetting you, return to the oven.
Enhancing the veg.
Just going to give a little bit of flavour to, a bit more flavour to the veg by just shaking it up a bit.
Heat some butter to bring some life to your foliage. Season to taste, terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, just go on
Hope you guys realise just how simple all that is. And, you know, not a lot of time taken up there, an hour or so.
And let's remind you of that hour or so with a for cook's sake rewind.
So get up off your asses, get to the shops, buy a few essentials, and do what we've just done. Simple.